Alright YouTube, we've got another MOVO slider for you today. This is the 39-inch carbon fiber slider. Comes in a nice bag. Of course came in a box with the product name on it. But I like the bags they put in. It is a padded bag. So that's pretty nice. Got 3 little packages in here. Two of these are the same. Got a bigger one. I'm kind of move this all up. And then we've got 2 carbon fiber poles. Okay. These are very nice and lightweight, like carbon fiber is. Now let me point out on the bag while we've got that here. You saw it's a full zip along the top there. It does have the handles and it does have a shoulder strap. So I really like that. I like the shoulder strap, like the handles. And then this end zips open this way. So, if you want to keep the bag zipped up. Geez, if I can get it zipped up. There we go. Then it just opens up on one end if you want to access the pieces that way. So anyway, that's the bag. It is a nice nice fabric they do use. So let me set that aside. We'll talk about the bag at the end of what my thoughts are on that. Alright, so we've got 2 carbon fiber rails. And these bags are the legs. Okay. And then in this bigger one, this is going to be the actual slider. Now this one is a bit different than the carbon fiber belt system that I did a review on. This one does have rubber wheels on the top and the bottom, so the 2 carbon fiber poles are going to go between the wheels here. So let's get this put together. Alright, set these bags aside, give me a little more room. So on these legs here, I'm going to keep the flat end up and these little ball ends down, okay? So when you twist these, you get the height you want, and then you're going to lock it into place with that nut so it doesn't continue to twist. So I've just got them set all the way down at the bottom. When I do with sample shots, I'll probably adjust those. But to put this together, real simple. You're going to put each end of the poles in here, and then you're just going to twist this down nice and tight, and that's it. So let me get one side put on. Now I just use my finger to feel it, make sure it's right at the edge inside there. There we go. And just twist it down. Okay, those are not moving, so that's good. I'm going to take the slider and put the poles in between the wheels. Now the slider's on. And then of course, let me move this back just a little bit. Put the other side on. Just the exact same thing. Put the 2 poles in. Okay, they're both lined up on the end. And just tighten it down. And there you go. That's it. That's how easy it is to put together. This does slide nice and smooth. Now there's one thing. So you can undo these. If I undo these bottom wheels, it's just riding on the top, and this can come up and down. I don't know what that's for, but maybe somebody knows and can enlighten us. But as I first pulled this out, I pinched the wheels together. I'm trying to do it so you guys can see it. So I pinched them together. And at first I did it really tight, but I found when I did that, it caused a lot of friction. So it rolled really smooth, but I couldn't just push it, let it roll by itself. So what I decided to do is just, pinch the wheels up until the bottom ones touch, and then I just tighten that down. Okay, let me do this back to all four. Just having it that way, just let this actually, I can just push it and it will just move on its own. This back one here. Okay. So you can kind of adjust the friction level that you want. So if you want a little less friction, roll easier, just, you know, let those down a little bit. But now it's not, you know, I'm not able to pick it up and have that play. I prefer it be a little tighter and just move this nice and smooth with my fingers. Now it is very nice and smooth rolling. So, I mean, carbon fiber is nice and strong. So you can put your tripod head on here. It's got a bunch of holes, screw holes, so a lot of flexibility on the end, on this leg here, and yeah, the legs. So on one end of the legs, whoops, let me show you here, you got screw holes here, so I guess you could put this on a tripod and have it at some nice angle. If you need, I could do that. I've got a Manfrotto that lets me do all kinds of angles with the tripod. So let me do a couple of panning shots with this so you can see what it's like, what I was able to get. Now I'm new at this stuff. I am not a videographer, but I like using my camera, and I'm getting impressed by the MOVO products. I do use the MOVO VX10 microphone. That is what is on top of my camera filming this. And I've also got a MOVO lapel mic that is battery powered, and that sounds really nice as well. I plug that into my Tascam for some audio depending on the videos I'm doing. But let's show you a couple of shots, then we'll come back and talk a little more about some things about this. Okay, so there were some shots there that I was doing. Anything, if it wasn't smooth, that was my doing, because this really does roll really smooth. And I'm new to using these, so I don't know, just, you know, laying there, moving this, just any, if it wasn't smooth, that was my doing, not this device, okay? Now let's talk a little more about this. I want to say this is a quality made slider. These legs are made of metal. These feet, you know, nice metal screws, metal tops here, metal lock nuts, you know, to lock them in. They are plastic feet on the bottom. I probably would have liked to see rubber, but you know, that's an easy remedy to, you know, get something a little tackier on the bottom. But as I was using it, I mean, it was not sliding. I was on a, you know, smooth floor. I'm on this table. It's not sliding, but just seeing some rubber on these bottom pieces, you know, that would have been nice, just to, you know, be a little more secure if you're, you know, we're pushing on something really slick. The slider, this is all made of metal, rubber wheels, metal bearings. You know, it's nice seeing bearings and not plastic bushings. So this is nice. These feet will go up, you know, raise quite a bit, so you don't need to be stacking stuff if you need to get higher. I found my calipers, so I want to find the diameter of the poles here. So it looks like we are 16 millimeters. And if we go to inches, looks like we are 0.63 inches. So if you happen to snap one of these because you're walking along and somebody stepped on it, I imagine you could probably go to the hardware store and find some copper tubing or some other type of tubing that's probably going to be the same diameter. Let's see, what else? So the slider had this big screw in the middle and had a smaller one to the side. Now the smaller one, I don't have anything that takes a smaller screw, but there are 6 places you could put that on here. And I took the smaller one out and I just put it on this side. I just screwed it into the bottom there so I don't lose it. I'll always have it if I need it. You can see, there's a big hole there on the ends of the legs. Again, you've got the screw holes. So mounting this is going to be, very easy if you're putting it on tripods and getting an angle if you want to angle this up or not. Now I did figure something out as soon as I put my camera on and tried sliding this. I put a full frame mirrorless on here. I've got a heavy piece of glass, the 24-105 Canon RF glass. It's got a little bit of weight to it. So my camera was on here. It was angled down for these shots that I did to pan across, and it was making this bar kind of shake a little bit, the front bar. Now I don't fault the design of this. I was putting something out there. The leverage is going to be putting more pressure on something out in front, so that's just the nature of the game. So what I did, I just twisted these feet, these front feet, and what that did was angle these the slider back a little bit so I could balance the weight better. And once I did that, no problem at all. It was balanced. The front bar didn't have as much weight on it. It was evenly distributed, so I didn't have the front bar kind of moving a little bit like it did on my first run. So I find that as a nice feature. If you've got something heavy, just adjust those front feet, tilt it back, and distribute that weight more evenly. All right. I don't think there's anything else to say on this. If you do have something really heavy, you can bring these legs in, just undo these, bring them in, and the closer you bring it in, the more stable it's going to be. But this is nice. Like I said, it's made of metal. Let me talk about the bag real quick, and then I'll end the video. So just something else I want to say on the bag. Like I said, it is padded. It is made of a nice material. But something I would have liked to see, because you take the carbon rods and just lay them in here, there's nothing protecting them. They're just hitting against each other. You do have, all these bags, 2 that hold the feet, 1 that holds the slider. So they're not damaging the poles, but I think it would have been nice to see at least 1 piece of foam at the bottom here that you could put the carbon fiber rods into to hold them and protect them, and then set these bags on top of that foam. I just think that would have been a little nicer design for the bag to help protect this. Now this slider, I got it on clearance for only $39 on the MOVO website. And the reason I bought 3 sliders the other day was because figure out what I like, what I don't like, if I want more than one. And if I didn't, then I could just, sell them and at least get my money back for sure. But yeah, anyway, it's a nice slider. And the 3 that I bought, I'm going to keep them all. I see a use for each of them in their own way. But yeah, there you go. The MOVO 39-inch carbon fiber slider. Got it for $39 on clearance. And I checked today, and yeah, hopefully it's still there. I saw it on their website. I didn't see if it was sold out or not, but that's what it is. I hope this was beneficial. Have a good one.